Hello, everyone, and welcome to this exclusive interview with the one and only Toni Wass. Welcome, Toni.
Thank you, Karen. Hello, everyone.
Oh, it's book two for you, Toni, and it's called Isabella's Moon. It's a bit more of a historical, based on truth, book. Do you want to share with us a little bit about it so that everyone can get to know?
Sure. It's based on the true life memoirs of the real Isabel, not Isabella, but the real Isabel. And she wrote these memoirs many years ago, and they sat in a little book there for a long time till I discovered them. And
Yes.
tried to put them into a story. I thought it was worth telling. She's an amazing woman, and so was her Paul, who she met, outside Luna Park in Melbourne. And it was a real love story. I thought it should be sort of told anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love books that are based on real life people. It just gives an added dimension to the book. But as a writer, it means you have to get, especially when you're just dealing with history, you have
I
to
know,
get things correct, don't you?
absolutely. Yeah.
So how did you do that with the research? What research did you do?
Well, I did a lot of research on, sort of Cairns when all the troops went up to Cairns. They were based there for 3 weeks before they went up to Mindanao Island in the Philippines. So there was a lot of tension going on, racial tensions between the Australian Aboriginals and the Australian soldiers, and also the black and white American soldiers as well. So, and they just got into a shuffle, sort of scuffles and things outside the pubs, and there was the Australian paddy wagon and the MPs coming to take them back to their base. It was a lot of research with to do with the equipment and for example, Paul was a radio operator, so I had to look up the radios they used and the sort of backpack they used and the survival packs they used, all those sort of things, and what route they did when they were doing the walking on the island to find the Japanese where they're hidden. So it was a lot of research there. So it was well worth the effort though.
Yeah, and then Tony, with the stories you were told, being able to bring an actual real life perspective into it, and there is a
Yeah,
love story in this book, isn't there?
yeah. I had to. I was going to do just one voice, but I decided to do Paul and Isabella's voice alternatively, and not sort of about 3 or 4 chapters at a time for each of
Yes.
the characters. But yeah, I just decided I could have done her childhood too, because that was also in her memoirs. But I just decided it's better to concentrate on the love story and what happened between them and how they got together and their sort of beginning and ending, so to speak. Yeah.
Yes, and the connections, the beautiful beginnings,
Yeah.
and and then and how everything takes its course, and and all of those things, and it's what you're called to write, isn't it? It just
That's
is
right.
the relationships, the connections, and all
And
of those.
capture their sort of doubts and fears and their anxiety when they couldn't sort of see each other for some 3 years, I think it was, before they saw each other again after the initial time in Melbourne. So they were, it was a matter of either true love, rings true, or it just fades away.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder in many cases, doesn't it? And this is a testament to that. I think it's just beautiful. And how was the process for you writing book two compared to book one, Tony?
It's the same actually, because when I sort of record my word count for each day, because I do Monday to Friday, and then I get up at 4:30, have my cup of tea and toast, and get into it by 5, and I'm usually finished about 9, 5 days a week. So I do about 800 words a day, and I sort of stick to that. And I started in May for both of them, and I finished in November for both of them, so it's just on 5 months. Yeah.
And do you honor the messy draft, Tony? Do you just stick to your 800 words, keep writing until you get to the end, or do you edit as you go along?
No, I don't edit as I go along. I go back over it later, and I do
Yes.
the second proofreading, first and second, but then it goes to the editor, which was Eleanor. So she sort of knocked me into shape. And,
We love editors, don't we?
rewording to be done. But yeah, no, I don't edit as I go along. I just write the story, and then hopefully it'll fall into place for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Editors are amazing. They help us grow as writers, and make our stories, yeah,
I know,
more
I know.
succinct. Yeah. Because
That's it.
editors can't tell our stories though, Tony, because
Well,
they're creative.
but she told me a lot of things that, like this doesn't belong in that section. And you need to add this bit to add to the story. And you need to, build this up here, or, push that one down. And so,
Yeah.
it's really good to see the process that she got me, to do, and step by step, chapter by chapter. Yeah.
What are your hopes and dreams for Isabella's Moon, Tony?
Well, it's funny. I was thinking about that this morning. I think, it'd be lovely if this story of Paul and Isabella's could be like Bogey and McCall, and Jack and Rose on that
Yes.
Titanic. Famous Hollywood, not necessarily Hollywood, but a famous love story maybe one day. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's it. Yes, for the right person to read it or to pick it up. Yes. And that's the thing, is you got to set these big goals so that you can make them happen. I love it.
Yeah.
Are you working on anything now, Tony?
Yeah, I'm working on the third book at the moment, which is 10,000 words into that, and that's based on my paternal grandmother, which is also a true story, but it's not a romance. It's an adventure story this time, because she was 2 when her mum died, and 16 when her father died. She was an orphan, so she answered an ad in the paper for a piano player out in northwest New South Wales. So she went out there, and so it's a story that
Wow.
it was amazing. Yeah.
Oh, I
So
want to hear that. And her adventure would have
I know
led to your existence, hey?
this is right.
I love it. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Oh, well, Tony, listen, guys, if anybody wants to grab Isabella's Moon, you can get it at mmhpress.com and on all book selling platforms online. Be available in 2 Australian stores as well in the next month or 2 for a trade release. But honestly, Tony, we love being part of your journey, and just watching you grow and shine as an author. And I just see that you're so much more comfortable with book 2 and getting it
Yeah.
out there, and you're just growing so much. So huge congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And where can anyone find you, Tony, if they want to come and have a conversation with the author?
Well, I'm going to be starting a blog soon, so hopefully I can, and I'm also on Facebook too. So
Yes.
they can on Facebook, but as I said, if I can start a blog and get that going on a regular basis, which I've been very slack with so far.
That'll help you build up your readership. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. And if you want to get in touch with Tony, we'd love to hear your reviews, by the way. But if you want to get in touch with Tony, you can also contact us at MMH Press, and we'll put you in touch with her. Authors love to hear feedback of their work, because can you imagine the amount of hours that has went into creating books like Isabella's Moon? It's
all worth it, though. It's very much worth it. I mean, at the beginning you think, what the hell am I doing? But then glad I did it. So yeah.
You did do it, and huge kudos to you. Thank you so much, Tony, for this insightful conversation. We love getting to know more about Isabella's Moon and to get to know you better.
Thank you, and thanks everyone for being here.
Bye, everyone.